such an asshole!
Hello, boys. This is a very important one, helping you young boys out with the problems that us Gen Xer, older brotherly types had. And if you have a question and need help, and it's definitely worth the money sometimes, go to assholeconsulting.com, and I, your elder brother Cappy, will give you a swift kick in the ass. And you're going to pay me for it. This is a paid service because Asshole Consulting is not touchy-feely, fluffy bunnies, nonprofit consulting. We, unlike the public sector nonprofit, we actually get you results. So, this young man, excuse me, he just wanted an email response, but it's a good lesson that I thought I'd put into a video, so I only charged him for an email, but I'm not going to make him, I'm going to keep him anonymous. Dear Cappy, my name is a guy. The other day I was talking to a girl when she told me that she had a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. She didn't seem to care, and I was good until my morality kicked in and I backed out. I've noticed that this seems to be a recurring theme in my life. I am lost on what to do. I can be a playful jerk to my friends, but I always have a hard time ridding myself of that pesky morality. Any tips on how to become more of an asshole? And if so, what moves can I make to head that way? Okay, look, here's the deal, dude. And that's why I asked you how old you are. You are 20, and the girls that do this to you are in between the ages of 18 and 23. Okay. There's 3 reasons women will say they have a boyfriend, all right? And then maybe still flirt with you or whatever, and then you're like, well, I'm confused, because despite what you've been told, women lie pretty much their entire time, especially at that age, all right? 1, they actually have a boyfriend, and they don't want to date you, okay? That's possible, okay? 2, they have a boyfriend, but they don't care. They either want to fuck you, or they just want your attention, which is also very common. And that's happened a lot where, dude, I've been like, girls that were date, everything from I have a boyfriend and then we're fucking 2 hours later to I'm married and then, oh, well, I wanted you to come back home with me, but, well, you know, I've changed my mind. They're just getting attention whore. That happened at a nightclub a long time ago. But anyway, so what? They actually have a boyfriend. They're going to remain loyal. They have a boyfriend or even a husband at sometimes, and they want the attention, or they just want to fuck. Well, anywhere between you're giving them attention to, yeah, they want to get nailed, to the fact that it could be they're just giving you, they're lying. They don't have a boyfriend, but they're giving you an excuse because you're ugly. They just don't want to date you, and that's the other thing that you have to accept. Where it becomes confusing is where they say, I have a boyfriend, but then their body behavior, you know, their words is one thing, but then their actions is another. And they're flirting with you, or they're sleeping with you, or whatever. Now, usually, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, they will not sleep with you. They're not going to give you what you want. They really are just doing this for attention whoring. And the younger you are, you know what it is? It's also they're just insecure. They're leaping from frog pad to frog, or lily pad to lily pad. They are always looking to trade up. It's the classical hypergamous nature that we always talk about, where it's like, well, I have a boyfriend now, but if you pass this shit test of me telling you I have a boyfriend, that means you're more manly than him, and maybe I do. They want to keep their options open. And they don't want to go without a boyfriend because that would mean they're not getting attention and they're not validated. Or they could just want to fuck you more than their boyfriend. There's always that good option there, too. But for the most part, it's that they have one in the hand, and do they want to risk having 2 in the bush and then inevitably trade up? That's what it is. Think of it like a car, okay? Everybody needs a car. You need a car 24/7 to get to work, to get to a job. It's very vital that you have one. You can't go without one, or you need one really repaired rather quickly. So before they're going to trade in their, God almighty, I'm in Seattle, these pansified, pussified boys with the skinny arm. I mean, I'm no ripped guy, but my God, I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, guys, gym, hello? Eat? A push-up, a pull-up? Anyway, they got a car. It works. It gets them from A to B. But then they see a car that's nicer and lower miles and maybe goes faster and isn't the pussy little wimps over in Seattle. And they say, I could trade in. Well, they don't want to give up that guy. So even it could be a test. You know, they're kind of testing. Well, maybe I'll try this guy out. And that happens. That always happens. Some get, now, the married women, they'll go for flinks. They just want to feel young and get attention. But so in that one regard, sometimes married women are the best. because you know it's a fling. You know they're not gonna ask you to be their girlfriend or where is this relationship going? They just wanna fucking get fucked. But let's take that out because you're not there yet. You're 20 and the women are younger. But for these girls that are like expressing interest in this gray area, but then they have a boyfriend, they're testing you, not just a shit test, but maybe they'd like to trade in the guy for you. They could just be attention whoring and want to get attention. And you're going to find out rather quickly because here's what if they're attention whoring, this happens. Like I said, 6 to 8 out of 10 times. They'll flirt with you. They might even make out with you. You think, oh yeah, I got this, but then you'll get the number. They'll never call you back or the texting or whatever it is you kids do nowadays. And then they'll go back to their boyfriend. Or they'll kiss you and make out with you, and then all of a sudden they really like you more. And then they're dumping their boyfriend and going out with you. We had a client not too long ago. Something very similar happened. So it's one of those two things, and you will find out inevitably whether or not they break up with their boyfriend. But, what happens if a better guy comes along than you? See, that's the problem. Now, here's the deal. This bullshit gets kind of tiring and ends, especially if you start bringing children into the mix and people get married. Then it's more like, I have my husband, he has a career, I have children, or maybe they don't have children, but she's got the house. Then it's just, yeah, she wants to be a slut. Okay, and that's fine. That's okay. Like I said, it's a good spot to be in if you got a married. Try married gals, guys. It's not the worst because they go away. Husband might come after you with a shotgun. But anyway. But for your age, especially in 20, dude, if I didn't pursue the girls that said that they had a boyfriend, for fuck's sake, I wouldn't have had half the dates I ever would have had. They always have a boyfriend. They're always looking to trade in, just like a guy always has a car. You can't look at, think of you as a used car salesman, except you're a used dick salesman. It's your dick you're trying to sell this girl to buy. You say, well, she's already got a car. She obviously doesn't need my dick. Fuck no. She needs your dick. And you're going to be a great motherfucking salesman. You say, you don't want that guy's dick. You want my dick. Lower mileage. Well, maybe they like higher mileage. It's bigger, stronger, faster, lasts longer, better fuel efficiency. Whatever you got to do to tell them. No car salesman in the history of used car salesmen ever said, oh, wait, she's got a car. She doesn't need this. No. They are always looking to trade up. Okay? Until they find the right one, then they settle. But for the 18, anything under 25, anything not married and under 30, I'd almost say, they got a boyfriend, that's nothing. Just keep trying. Now, and then they'll let you know if it's serious. And no, seriously, I do have a really serious boyfriend. I'm like, oh, okay. And they won't flirt with you. But the ones that do flirt with you afterward to put you in this gray area, fuck yes. You pursue that until it ends. All right? You don't worry about, and I know you got morality, and we're going to get to the asshole thing. But you're just going to pass up on so much stuff that you could have gotten later. And you know what? All these girls, I got a boyfriend. Seriously, especially in high school, or at least back in the 90s. In high school, and definitely college. I was like, well, I have a boyfriend. 2 weeks later, they're sucking down some other guy's tongue at a different party. All right? Don't be the guy who's like, oh, wait. Be the guy you don't want to be the guy she doesn't cheat on her boyfriend with. You want to be the guy she cheats on her boyfriend with, all right? And then you know a known element. Then you know what you're doing. And especially at that age, fuck, it doesn't. This is not like the 1920s where I'm dating meant you're almost going steady and then, you're almost engaged. Shit, fuck, today marriage is like dating in high school. It's like you got your Letterman's jacket. That's what the fucking equivalent is of it today. So there's that. Now, how do you personally get rid of your morality and emotions? Dude, you just got to realize, I think you're placing way too much value on women and thinking well, they have a boyfriend. Oh my God, dude, they don't have a boyfriend. What I'd be more worried about is the boyfriend not realizing that his girlfriend's a slut or his wife is a whore and coming after you, thinking that, you just magically sparkled your magic dick dust on her. She's like, oh my God, I want to, she was completely helpless. These women consciously choose to cheat on their boyfriends or the husbands, but a lot of guys don't know that. That's the fear I would have, okay? If you want to worry about something, worry about that. But otherwise, they've abdicated on your part your responsibility for any moral behavior. If they're looking to suck dick, if it's not yours, it's going to be some other guy's. Okay? Might as well be yours. If you're willing to take the chance that a guy with a shotgun is going to show up at your door. Okay, so there is that. And I understand maybe down the road if the woman is married, they have, especially if they have children. You don't fuck with chicks that got children, okay? Married, okay? Single mom's fine, but you don't ruin a nuclear family, all right? That's not what you fucking do. That just, there I draw a line, because now you have innocent children involved, all right? But where was it going with the... Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, getting rid of your morality, okay? Realize the quality and caliber of women that you're dealing with, all right? This is not Sophia Loren. This is not high quality. This is not June Cleaver. These are girls that are looking to get fucked and get and they're attention whoring. That's what it is. So you're not dealing with platinum or gold. You're dealing with tin and maybe mud or some rotten wood. All right? This is not. You're not. You are your moral principles. That your moral code would fit if you're like 28, 30 and up. If you're in your 40s or something. Okay. But at that age, just go fuck these girls. You got look. You're good looking. If these girls, or at least they find you attractive enough, they're flirting with you. They want to flirt with you. Be fully prepared. They're doing the, oh no, I have a boyfriend. Just because I made out with you doesn't mean anything. My God. So be prepared for that. Don't get too excited. Okay, that's how. I mean, that's really how it goes. But then there's gonna be the gals. You're about to fuck them, and you're like, oh my God, she has a boyfriend. No, there's no morality there. You are placing way more value and morals into a relationship that is not there. All right? The relationship is over. If she's spreading her legs and you got the green landing lights, that's over. You might as well fuck her and use her. Terribly sorry, but that's it. So, anyway, I beyond that, I mean, there's really no other way to get rid of your morals. But you're 20. Don't worry. The real world will turn you into a jaded, cynical fuck like me and the rest of us. There's a reason older men... It's not because we get old and grumpy and we choose this path. It's not like, if this video doesn't convince you, don't worry, a couple more years of this and the real world will. So it's not by coincidence men get jaded or cynical and you have less respect for the sanctity of marriage and all this other crap. It's just because you got self-respect in the end. You're like, you know what? I did everything the right way. I used to be a really good guy. Fuck this bullshit. This is why some of the best players started out as these high-quality, maybe even nerdy, but like these moral guys that were like, well, no, I was going to show up and take her on a date. And I thought, and then you realize what to be like, those fucking whores. Goddamn motherfucking son of a bitch. Perfect example. Okay, let me tell you a story. What was that? Eddie Murphy talking about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby always wants to tell you a story. I would like to tell you a story. Now. I should do it Bill Cosby. Now, back in the 90s. No. I think, yeah, it was. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. There was a gal. Best first date of my life. Maybe, not the best date of my life, but the best first date. Just blew me out of the water. And I wasn't much of a pro-marriage guy, but I was 25, and this date went so well. I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is exactly what I thought would have happened. Like, when I was getting a little jaded, a little experience, I'm like, well, this is fucking bull. I don't think I'm going to get married. And then all of a sudden, I went on this date with this girl. It was amazing. I mean, it was hilarious. And personality, matching and everything. And we ended up going back to her place. This is the first date, mind you. And she's like, I want to put on a lingerie show with you. Now, I had been in the situation before where I nailed a girl on the first date, and it either ruined it for me, like I'm like, or it ruined it for her. She's like, and then I'm like, all right, no, I'm going to play this one right. This is a keeper. You girls wonder, whoa, were you ever nice at one time, or were you born a Nazi? No, I was nice at one time. So this gal, I'm just like in love. I'm on Sky or Cloud 9. Yeah, Cloud 9. Happy in love, and you guys could just see God with the sniper, like, hey, you happy, you motherfucker? So I didn't hear the sonic boom because the bullet was traveling faster. So she was put on this lingerie show. She was a little bit drunk too, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna fuck this one up. We're gonna make out a little bit, and we're making out all night. But drop her off. I say, great, this is cool. We were watching, she's the cool gal, I'm not lying, this wasn't like she duped me, this was a genuinely cool chick. We were watching like old classic Dick Van Dyke shows. I'm like, wow, this fucking put on lingerie. Okay, anyway. So I better let her go to bed. So she lies down, she passes out, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get home. And then there was Cappy. He's like, man, have I got this in the bag. Old Captain's got it in the bag. I'm going to take her out nice. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get my suit. I'm going to iron it and press it. We're going to go to La Carousel. I'm going to take her to a swing dance. And I'm going to work extra shifts. This is when I wasn't making a lot of money. I'm going to make a lot of, save up some cash. And so I think, playing it cool. Like 2 or 3 days I call her and say, hey, you want to go get lunch? And she's like, yeah. And so then we go and we get lunch. And she's the complete opposite of who I went out with that first night. She was cold. She wouldn't say anything. There was no joke. And, I mean, you want to see a sad, like if you could make a movie, you want to see the saddest crash in the history of the old Captain. It was when I came in, just happy as could be. And then within that hour, just bam, like crushed down because I finally realized what was going on. I was that savvy when I was 25. Oh, was I 24? Maybe I was 24. Yeah, I wasn't 25, I was 24. Sorry. Just came crashing down. I'm like, fuck, you're kidding. Because this has happened before. And I'm like, no. And I already knew what was going to happen. Like, we went to a Subway, that's what I could afford. And, had, not even the $5 footlong. This was before $5 footlong. I got the 6-inch. And then she's like, yeah, I don't think we should be dating. And I'm just, and then Dark Cappy. Then that's where old Captain became jaded. The lesson I learned from that, my young man, is no matter what best foot they're putting forward, no matter what front they put forward, you always fuck a chick when you have the chance. You always fuck a chick when you have the chance. Now, it's hard for you to learn this lesson without you kind of going through it. That's kind of the paradox I face with wisdom. It's like, us old farts, we got the answers. But it's really hard for you younger guys where I say, oh yeah, do X, Y, and Z because of A, B, and C. And you understand. They're like, yeah, it's logical. But I really wonder if a young man or woman, anyone could take wisdom without experiencing it and learning it the hard way themselves. Like, so we could give an 18-year-old all the wisdom we have as 30-somethings and 40-somethings, but not until, like, you suffered that pain do you really appreciate it, or do you really even learn or have that lesson scorched into your brain. So what I'm saying for now, there were a couple opportunities where my morality cost me getting laid, and it wasn't going to cost me anything because the girl was a fucking whore anyway. All right? So when you have the opportunity for a gal, just think of the old Captain story. Don't think this girl is special. Don't think you're special. Fuck this morality and bullshit. It is a free-for-all, fuck-all. The girl's cheating on her boyfriend, or boyfriend, whatever. Maybe it's just to say, I have a boyfriend to, like, maybe make men more. You never know. If she's giving it up, fucking pursue it. Okay? But don't expect anything in the end. Because the next day, you're going to be on cloud 9. You're going to go. There'll be the girl. You're going to go, and she's going to be all quiet and zip-lipped. And you're going to get the Subway. And you're going to try and be funny. And none of your jokes are going to work because she's just not in that mood. Dude, because that's what's going to happen. That's what happens 95% of the time. And if you just play the odds, you're going to get laid more than we did. You're going to have less of a headache. You're going to have less heartbreak. And then you can still kind of keep your eye open. There will be that girl that will stick around and be like, oh, wow, you didn't all of a sudden change your mind because whatever. Or, oh, wow, you didn't go running back to your boyfriend and you never had him. I mean, it's better to get laid and get the good quality girlfriend or wife in the end than it is to not get laid and then invariably get the good quality girlfriend or wife in the end. All right? So that's how you get rid of your emotions. That's how you become an asshole, is you just realize these girls are not that great. There's not a prize. There's no morality. Okay? This is pretty much a slur, as Terrence Popp would say, that you're about to bang. Please bang them. Please don't let morality cock block you and become an asshole like me. Best of luck to all of you kids. Toodles.